Well, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of, how do you say it, Orion, Guardians of Orion, whatever they're calling it. Okay, this is episode 101, and I said before Christmas, because I'm recording this is my first recording for this game in 2018, it is actually the 18th of January 2018, I'm going to record 4 episodes, and then I'm probably going to stop with the series. I said I might stop before, I might not. I decided I was going to do another 4 or not. I decided I'm going to do this last 4 and stop. Before we get going, obviously I'm going to put this up during editing. Basically, I've got it on the other side of my screen currently to read it since I'm not editing. Basically, they're not going to update the game again. They put out on the 3rd of January on their Twitter with this picture, what should be on the screen now, editing, I should put it up so you should see it. And basically it says, I'm trying to read it from the right hand side of my screen here, not actually directly from the editing. After careful consideration and product performance review, we must inform that we will not be able to produce new content for Guardians of Orion beyond what is currently available v2.058. We will continue to provide server and customer support for all Orion fans as we move to a purely administrative role. As a independent developer, we are supported fully by the fans and product support. The reality is that Guardian of Orion was not supported to the point that we could continue extending post-release support beyond the investment we already made. I don't really like that part, because to me that is basically saying this is your fault, fans, that we didn't finish our game. Because yes, this is not early access, yes it's finished, but they promised like 20... Let me take the picture off a minute if I read more. They promised 20 Guardians, I believe, and I don't think they're in here. Unless I'm mistaken, let's find out. Am I mistaken or not? This was the leaked version, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They promised 20. So to me, personally, if you promise 20, 15, whatever your set thing is in this feature, you should have a budget to basically do them features. And then for some reason, yes, after you've done all of that and it's not selling, then I can understand what they're saying there. You're not supported us, so we couldn't add extra. That is fine, but you haven't even added them. Like I said, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. See, these are slots for the other Guardians. We're 11 short, and they're going to add them. So people who bought the Elite version with a whole reason to get this. Again, I've actually put a screenshot of this up. Let me go to Steam off screen so I can read it quickly. I actually wasn't planning to do this part, but store page. Let's see if it's changed. Okay, don't start the trailer. Where does it tell you about the version of it? Because leaderboards, I don't want that. I'm going to put the picture on the editing in a second for you. Platinum Bundle, Guide, Elite Edition, package information. So this is $50, and the Elite Edition actually doesn't say anything anymore. Why are they taking it off? Guardians of Elite Edition, or is that it? Guardians of Elite Edition, Elite Edition, store items unlocked, 200 inventory, exclusive helmet, Elite cloak, pets. They've taken it off. They've changed the store. That used to say it. Okay, I'm going to pause 1 second while I find something on the Steam thing that I'll show you. Be back in a minute. Okay, back again. I've just found this basically in December 23rd, 2015. They stated for 2016. Oh, by the way, Early Access started with 3 Guardians. During 2016, we would gain a new Guardian every month. Where does it say that? As you can look on the screen here. It's now confirmed that GOOO, so Guardians of Orion, will receive a brand new Guardian every single month for the next 2016 for the year 2016. Each new Guardian will come packed with new gear and new ability and much more. Also packed inside each Guardian update will be a variety of new content, a game update and much more, stemming from developers, etc, etc. So basically, they already started off with 3. So that's 12 for 2016. Well, that's 15 Guardians. We're on 9. So what happened to the 3? Okay, I'll be back in a second with some more info. Okay, back again. Okay, I just found this as I'm looking for the 20 thing. Apparently, March 23rd, 2016, The mechs are coming. Titanfall was the first mech game, hashtag mech game, I found myself truly enjoying, all the way since Mech Assault of the original Xbox. This inspired me to revisit Orion mechs and to do a better job going forward. Better job going forward, okay. The bit I got highlighted here. Guardians of Orion hashtag will be featuring another game within a game, as you will now get to enjoy mech combat both cooperatively and competitively, featuring multiple classes of mechs as well as multiple weapons. Where's that? Where's that feature? Because if you look at the games we have access to, we have matchmaking, harvest, mayhem, PvP, war games, what's space combat, survival. Mayhem's just on the ground fighting. That's it. And he said, well, we're going to have mechs. As you see, there's some of the pictures of mechs there. They are. Okay. There is mechs in the game. I will give them that, but not to what they're describing. This is in 2016. We have 2017, and now we're in 18. And they're not going to add anything else to the game. Like I said, if they're going to still add to the game, this won't be an issue. Okay, I probably can't even find the location. Where's the location at? I always get lost in this game. Where is the location? I think it's her. I head towards her little thingy. Okay, so I believe and take this route. Let me run. And the sad thing is this, it's got a potential to be a really good game. If they just did what they said they were going to do. Well, here we go, here we go. Oh, wall in the way. Voila! No, that's a ship. There, voila. Here's the mechs. But they're just stationary props. You can't actually use them. Yeah, it states there they plan to have another game within a game, as you can now, get to enjoy mech combat both cooperatively and competitively. I've never played Titanfall. I will admit that. I played Mech Warrior Online. I played the old Mech, one of the old Mech Warrior. It was Mech Warrior 3, the first person one, and is it Mech Warrior 2 when you like the RTS version? And also I've pre-ordered. Well, I backed BattleTech through the guys with the Shadowrun, and I've got to try the open beta for it with single player basically. I think there's multiplayer on it too now as well, but I've got to try that. That is actually using mechs. If you just have them as stationary objects like this, yet you plan to have mech combat, you do not have mech combat. Because look, because I remember when the first time I saw this, like, oh, can I get in them? And I can't. So these were for a future update. Basically, that hasn't come, since they've now announced they're not going to add anything else to it. And look at how good they look. They could have been really cool. And that's the thing, if they got these features in like they promised, and released it, so it's still in access, and they got these features, then released it, I think we're doing so much better. But it's broken promises, and I hate to say that, because I like the company in general. I just don't like what they've done with this game. Okay, I'll be back in a sec, let me keep looking. Okay, back again. Okay. This bit, let me just say, this little bit was March the 28th, 2016 Orion. I'm just showing the bit directly under it. Basically states, the Founder Access Program rewards those who support us early on and will save you big in the long run. The following perks has been previously revealed and confirmed. 10 Guardians, $70 value, including the Guardian armor pieces, voice, region, weapon ability, and more. 10 Guardians. Can I access the stuff from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So even the Founder thing doesn't have the 10th Guardian that is promised. Yeah. Okay, back in a sec. Okay, back again. Okay, this bit, I didn't even know it was coming. But April 2nd, 2016, they talk about, here is the first work in progress development, day 2, look at Nova City and the Citadel. 2 new areas that will be growing the social module, vastly adding vendors. And like, vendors, you've got, what vendors? You have 3 people to talk to. 3 people. And I think it's just her in the vendor. But this is the part. Growing the social model, vast added vendors. Crowds, activities, player residence, storage and more. 3 people is not a crowd. And activities, like I said, you get the first few missions. Do this, do that, and then you don't get anything. And player residence, to me that sounds like housing. I have no clue where my house is in this game. Yeah, storage and more. Well, technically we have storage, I guess I give them that. Can I do it through this? Inventory? Best storage, but the way it talks about residence, storage and more, I would say storage would be more like a bank, physical location. But if you want to class this as storage, then yep, they've done storage. Okay, back in 1 second. Okay, back. This picture was April 16, 2016, Orion. A new menu preview. And there's 12 Guardians on there. So, characters 12. Obviously, that's completely different to what they're planning here. Obviously, but... is there any way to look at the appearances of them? I guess by doing that. Base mesh. Helmets. Base mesh be better, just as male. I guess helmets, we have elite helmets, that's not a Guardian. Grenadier helmet, so that's that green dude there. We've got marksman helmet. I think they're underneath the green dude. Pyro, I believe, is underneath it, so it looks like they're going straight down. So this recon should be... That's wider. Okay, I'm not sure who's missing them, but basically that's who we have. We have Tech, Support, Rocketeer, Recon, Pyro, Marksman, Grenadier, 9, and some kind of elite helmet. Okay, I'll be back in a minute again. Okay, just found this. May the 30th, 2016. Here is a whip image of nearly completed Juno Ray. We are working on a bunch of alien species, creatures and characters to populate the physical galaxy that we are creating inside the Orion Project. So, where's all these? I've never seen her before in my life other than this picture now. So that they've done all this work to put in the game and they're not putting it in. Why? Okay, back in a sec. Okay, I found this. June the 4th, 2016. The leak package, question and answers. Basically, they introduced it and you had to click this link to take your questions, like stuff like this. Will the Open Galaxy module be Premier? No, Open Galaxy is a free edition. What Open Galaxy? You can go to game modes, I don't see what Open Galaxy is, or a PvP small section, so that ain't in that game. What to say? No Open Galaxy is a free addition to both elite and standard owners of the game. This includes a free Guardian starship. The only premium content related to the module are additional starships at the store, which can be paid or played for the cosmetic. Okay, so you get a free starship. I got that. But how is that open? It's just like a little PvP area. And yes, you can buy a second ship. Wow, we got 2 ships in the game. Okay, 2. Will the mech module be Premier? Again, the mech module. Like, yeah. Why would you make this Premier? Because what could you do with it? Just look at it. What else do we have? Does this in any way affect the present for Founder Standard? No, everything in the game is the same as it was before. Are there any differences going into the future of Founder Standard standard owners? Everything is the same except the loot crates are announced for the store. These can be paid or played. Yeah, the loot crates are in. They've been in for a while. And they're not bad the way, because I know some games of late really been stupid with loot crates. This game seems to be reasonable with them. How do you even find them? The crafting, I believe. No, rewrote that. These basically. So you can basically use in-game money, I believe, or you can craft them to make them, that sort of stuff. So they're fine. That's in there. Fine. You have the loot crates. Do you need a key to unlock said gross lot? And this is the one I wanted. Question 7. I've highlighted most of it. If I have a founder access, is it worth it to upgrade to elite? And he says, to be honest, probably not. For most, and it was designed this way. The only major difference between elite and founder are the exclusive cosmetic items. 10 games worth of iron equaling $1, and the biggest addition, which is the confirmation / inclusion of the first 20 Guardians. The last part may be only part that would be worth it to you, the player. However, this is also an option for people to do that love exclusive items, simply want to support the game. 20 Guardians exclusively. Characters. Where's the 20? And look, I'm actually elite. I got upgraded to elite later on. I never bought elite. I was upgraded and over time. What they started to do to try and make up to people, I guess. But part of that is 20 Guardians. There's the slots for them. Even saw the thing with 12 on it. Yeah. So yeah, and that's what annoys me with it. If you promised all this stuff, you should have brought it out. And then you can turn around and say, this is not real access, this is the finished article, we will continue to upgrade it and update it as long as we get people that support us. And then that's the part when they can turn around, well, you didn't support us, so we couldn't add any extras, so this is the finished game. But to me, this isn't the finished game. You've got half of the stuff that you promised out. People paid, I think at the time it was $50, $60. for the Elite version if you weren't upgraded to it at a later date for free. That's $50 people paid. Basically to access them 20 Guardians, and they don't get them. Yeah, to me, they should have put the 20 Guardians in. They basically, their biggest problem was that they were like, we're going to beat Star Citizen, we're going to do this module, this module, this module, and do like 20 different modules, and haven't done or delivered on, well, I can't say on any of them because they have a few, but haven't delivered on most of them, and that's the big problem. But there's a huge difference between them and Star Citizen. Star Citizen is still alpha, still is not officially released game. So if they take another year, take another 5 years, another 10 years to get their stuff out, as long as it's in when they go, this is the released version. That is what counts. And these are already out of early access, so this is the released version. It's been released for the good part of last year. Yet, there's no mechs in there. Oh, sorry. We have mech models. There's no social module with hundreds of crown members. Well, it might be added with hundreds, but crowns, it emphasises, you know, at least 10, 20. There's no 20 released Guardians. Basically, all that should have been in the game, then come out of early access. And that's the point when they should state, well, we want to add more Guardians, we want to add more modules, improve them if the community supports our game enough. We will. If they don't support it, we can't. That is fair enough. Completely, hands up, fair enough at that point. But you haven't. You released it in a state with half the stuff missing that you promised, and people didn't want to support you because of that, and now you turn around and say it's your fault, people, for not supporting our product, even though we technically broke over, not every promise, but we broke probably 50%, or not, if not 60% of our promises. And the thing is, the game has so much potential, look, like that. Like, are they ships flying past? That's awesome. That is awesome. But it's like this place, it should be crowded. Not just with us, players. Because that's up to the players to do that or not, but it should be crowded with non-player characters. They had a second city they were planning. They never had it. How do I get back to Thingy? So like I said, I'm going to do 3 more episodes where I'm actually playing it. It's probably my last game. Because it normally takes about 2 episodes they should do a game, so. And then I'm going to stop this series. If some miracle they come back and add to this game in the future, I might start up again, but for now, no. You're not the right guy, are you? What do you have to say?
Going, soldier?
So who exactly are you?
I'm General Locke, second in command, Murdoch Military Group.
So basically, you have the first in command, second command, and then you have somebody who looked after the mechs. That's what this place is made up of. Wow. Any missions?
Not yet, but we'll keep you in mind when something pops up.
What? It's never going to happen. See you next time. Actually, I could actually do it from here anyway. So I believe I'm going to, basically, like I said, I'm not sure how long this has taken, so I'm going to start a game in a minute, and let's see where we're up to. I'm probably going to end this episode here, because I think that's the best point, and it's more of a rant than anything, but to say where the game stays. But if you want to see what the game is like, if you haven't watched the early episodes, the next 3 episodes I will be playing the game. Probably 2 full 50-minute episodes, and depending where I am, with the last episode it might be a short one, depends if it's finishing the game off or not. So anyway, lots of kind of good stuff, and I don't know what to say. I'm really disappointed with how this game's turned out. And yes, games fail and that, but don't promise stuff and then blame the community for it. That's not fair. At the start, you basically turned around and said you're gonna beat Star Citizen, do what Star Citizen's doing quicker and faster and better. Didn't happen. That was a big thing I had with the game initially. You shouldn't have done that. That was bad tactic by saying you're going to do. Basically, these other devs are incompetent, and you are going to do it better, and use their media attention and bad press they were getting at the time because of certain idiots. I won't say that name, but people know Star Citizen know who are on part. This so-called smart. Yes, I know you know who I'm talking about. Basically, if people were getting on the bandwagon of him, and these did the same, and they shouldn't have done. After a while, give them all credit. They turned around and said they shouldn't have done that, and basically turned around and said we're not going to do that kind of market anymore. And thank you, you did a mistake and you admitted to it, and I'm thankful for that. And then I want to carry on supporting again, want to carry on doing it on my channel, but it just wasn't getting updated. And now, no more updates, and half of the stuff, by literally scanning through the logs of the updates and the articles put through Steam, you can see half of the stuff's not even put in. But the game's finished, not going to do it anymore, and it's the community's fault. What's load of bull, basically. You should have finished early access with the features you promised, then released, and then you could have said that the reason you get no more updates is because the community wouldn't support this amazing game with mechs, starships, you know, big crowded cities, missions galore. that you promised. Instead, we have a couple of fun modes. PvP, that's basically dead, so again, you could put some PvE stuff in there to replace it. That would have been amazing. And that would have kept PvP going for the people who want to do it, even though technically it's PvE at that point, but you said the point. And these non-player characters and the missions, you need all that, and especially the 20 Guardians. What was it, I said 9 when I counted them? Was it 9 I said? 9 Guardians. We are 11 short. And I'm so disappointed with them over this. I really am. And it's a shame, because this could have been an amazing game. Do I truly believe it would have beat Star Citizen? No, I don't. I'm not going to lie, I never thought to beat Star Citizen. Could this have been a nice alternative? That could have been fun to play, a bit more arcadey than Star Citizen, more fun, well not more fun, but fun to play in a different aspect. So more fun for certain players versus other players, the ones who want more realistic, the ones who want more arcadey. Yes, I do believe it could have been that one. They could have been a nice alternative to Star Citizen, with a bit more arcadey version, a bit more superhero-ish, even though it's not really a superhero game, but you know what I'm saying. A bit more out there, and I believe they could have done that. And unfortunately, they marketed it badly by, we're going to destroy Star Citizen, we're going to do it better. What, you haven't? You then come out of early access when half of your features aren't even complete, and now you're stating you're not going to update it anymore, other than run the service for the current players. Well, that's fine. At least you're running service for us, that's good. But the game ain't going to grow if you've got half of these features you promised aren't in there. Basically, you shouldn't even mention these features if you want to put them in there. And especially do not blame the community for it. For you over-promising stuff that you didn't have a budget to put in. You basically should have had a set budget, and basically said, if our budget goes higher, we might add this. We might add that. No, we're going to beat Star Citizen hands down. Because that's what Star Citizen basically did. They basically sat there, and they stated, we're going to have this feature. Then their money skyrocketed. And they're like, okay, we're going to do a stretch goal if we hit this. So that means you've got to hit that money mark to get that featuring. They hit it. Then they did another stretch goal, hit it, another stretch goal, and they hit. To a certain point, they turn around, okay, do you want us to keep doing stretch goals, or do you want us to make the game that we promised up to this point? Everyone, like 78% of people voted, as one of the people voted, keep going. And the stretch goals, smash. And that's why the game's grown so big. And since then, they've got to the point where we're not going to add any more features now, we're finally going to start doing it. But certain stuff, as development happened, has gone bigger than they planned, because they planned to do procedural tech for the planet, for example, Star Citizen did, after the game was launched. But because of the Crytek guys, some of them were doing it on the side, basically pulled it off so well, so quickly. It's like, wow, well, put it in now. You know, we got it here, and if it's in now, that means there's all these other stuff we could do on the planet, so the planet's not boring, that we need to technically add now. So we're getting more of the finished game earlier, in a sense, even though the game's not out. And that's the big important thing with Star Citizen, is not officially released. So if they take another 5 years, take another year, take another 10 years, like 2D say this is a released version, then they basically haven't done what, unfortunately, or Guardians Orion have done here. And that's the big thing for me. If Star Citizen next week, so yeah, 3.0, that's the released version, this is live, now bye, we're adding nothing else to it. Yeah, I would feel cheated, I would feel you lied to us. But they haven't, and far as I know they're going to do that. And they've got no reason to. And Chris Roberts has stated multiple times for his game, he has got the money to finish the game where they're up to. Basically, if every penny stopped for Star Citizen tomorrow, he can finish where it's up to, and they'll cut back on like the people, like what is it, 300 people they have working for him now? They'll cut back, and so maybe it'll go down to about 50 people, one studio, and it will take a little longer to come out. But they will scale back, where at the moment they're scaling up to try and get this done, more things done quicker and faster. And they might release sooner. We would not want to say with every feature in, but with the stretch goals after launch. Because a lot of these stretch goals were set to be after launch, but some of them are getting put into launch now. What is amazing, because of how much money they're making, because of the passion of the passion of the community, keep funding them. And if the money cut tomorrow, I don't think Chris Roberts will sit there, well, the game can't be finished because of the people. Because that's stupid. And that's basically what Guardians done. And that's what's really annoyed me about it. But I will still do the next 3 episodes, and I will still finish the series off by doing 3 more episodes and do at least 1 more full game in that. And so, 1 more last hurrah for the channel, so to speak, for this game. And after that, I will, like I said, put this on hiatus. Probably forever, unless they do some kind of big update or something spectacular happens with them. Anyway, like I'm rambling on here. So like, subscribe, and good stuff. I'll see you next week when I'll actually start a game. As you can see, look, I'm clicking. The game's going to starting soon. Server browser. See, I can join this guy maybe. Bye for now and have a great day. Bye!